Hello. Hang on one second. Hang on one second. All right. So, I figured we'd do something a little different. So, I don't know exactly. So, okay, sorry. I'm gathering my thoughts. So, we are going to be goosing in a little bit. I believe, is the plan. But we're not quite ready to get started yet. But I wanted to go ahead and get started. So, I figured what I would do before we started goosing is I would do a little bit of this thing that I'm getting into. Burton introduced me to this thing, this monster of a thing that I am now enveloped in. The Iron Man challenge, which is essentially running through the game, and there's a specific rule set called Kaizo Ironmon, which is what we are getting into, where you run through the game with one Pokemon the whole way through. There's certain rules, like you're not allowed to heal outside of battle, you're not allowed to use moves that heal you, you're allowed to pivot to a different Pokemon if you want, but you're only allowed to have one Pokemon at any time. You get randomized. The game will tell you at the beginning of a run which starter to pick. You get a randomized starter with randomized moves. It's a whole thing. So I figured until we're ready to goose, we'll do this. Until then, I've still got to figure out the best way to do the screen layout. I haven't quite sat down and figured all that out yet. I didn't plan on doing any of this tonight, but I figured, fuck it, fill in some extra time while I'm waiting to start goosing. So, here we are. We'll run through some of this until we're ready to goose. So this is the tracker thing here. As you can see, this is my 196th attempt. I had a Poliwhirl, and he had terrible moves, and I got destroyed before I even started. 3 minutes. So we can start a new one here. This is attempt number 197. So, we talk to our mama here, and she takes us to the lab. I've got it sped up a little bit for, because otherwise it just goes, see if I go here, I could slow it down to normal speed. Problem with that being, it feels really fucking slow, and when you're doing many attempts of this in a row, it gets old fast waiting for all these timers. So I gotta figure out how to the best way to do the screen to reduce dead space. I don't know if there's anything I can do to reduce dead space with this game, but I'll see if I can figure it out. So as you can see here, the game is telling us randomly chosen ball the right, randomly chosen ball to the right. Now we can choose any one of these we want, but this particular rule set tells us this is your randomly chosen ball. Why is it doing this? Hang on. This is the randomly chosen ball. It doesn't seem to want to pick my mouse up on the right there. So we need to go based on what the game is telling us with that one. Now let's see all the options. Ampharos, Drowsy, and we get a Latios, which... So the rules are... Hold on. Some of the rules are... You're not allowed to start... You're not allowed to start with legendaries, and you're not allowed to start with Pokemon whose BST is like 600 or over. And you're not allowed to catch any Pokemon whose BST is 600 and over. You have to evolve into it. There's a bunch of other rules. I don't know them all yet. This is why I've labeled it as a practice in my tags there, because I don't know exactly what I'm doing. I still have to sit down with all the rules and go through them to learn everything. I'm just kind of getting some practice with the best thing to do. So when that happens, when you get presented with a Pokemon you're not allowed to take, you can choose either of the two other available ones. The thing being, if I pick the Ampharos, who's probably the better choice of these two, he's going to get this Latios, and it's basically a done deal at that point, unless my Ampharos has an insane moveset. So we're going to go with Drowsy. So as you can see now, we've got the moves over here. And if I click on them, it'll tell you what each of them does. Now, and then the stats. So my stats and moveset aren't great, but also not terrible. We might be able to make it out of the lab. So you can click start here and you can see this shows you all the moves. And if anything's super effective, it has a little green arrow next to it. If it's not very effective, it has a red arrow pointing down. Some moves can't hit certain Pokemon, it'll have a red X. So everything here is pretty just average. This isn't looking great. I don't anticipate getting through lab on this one. I could maybe get lucky with bite and cause it to flinch. So we're gonna try that. Nope. And I'm doing terrible damage because my attack is ass. So I'm dead. Rest in peace, Drowsy. So this is how a lot of the runs end up going. Hang on. So this is how a lot of the runs end up going, where I don't even make it out of the lab before we die. So, next run. So, they get reset real quick. So that's cool. Hang on. Let me turn it. Where's the audio? Config. Sound. We're going to turn the audio up a little bit. There we go. Bug! Hey, Bug. Well, right now, we're just kind of waiting. Like, we're going to be playing... The plan right now is we're going to group up and play some Goose. We're going to Goose Goose Duck in a little bit. But not everybody's ready to go yet. So, until then, I'm just filling time with... This is a challenge... This is a challenge run in Pokemon called Ironmon. It's essentially... It's essentially I can have one Pokemon for the entire run at any point in the entire run with randomized movesets, and I have to try and beat the whole game with one Pokemon essentially. And if it gets knocked out at any point, I lose and have to restart. So the game here is telling me it wants me to choose the right ball. Now again, I can choose any one I want. Well, within a certain parameter of rules. So I'm not allowed to choose any legendaries, and I'm not allowed to choose any, I think the rule is with a BST of 600 or up. I don't know their BSTs off the top of my head, so I would need to look that up to see, but Articuno obviously I can't take because it's a legendary anyway. But mine that the game has chosen for me is a Bulbasaur. So we'll grab that. And it has Thunderbolt, which isn't bad, and High Jump Kick for attacks. Its stats aren't terrible. But he gets Articuno, so we're fucked. Because the rival always takes the one to your left. So we're totally fucked, because he has an Articuno versus my Bulbasaur. Our Thunderbolt's super effective against it, so maybe? No, I'm dead. Yeah, I'm dead. Good try, Bulbasaur. You almost had him. Alright, next run. Run 199. Let's see if we get something better. Yeah, we hardly knew you. Exactly. That's how most of these end up. Middle ball is what it wants us to take, which is a Kingdra. Okay, that's not terrible. Or a Starmie, or an Onix. Alright, so we get Kingdra. His moveset's kind of shit, except for the Thunderbolt, and his defense is terrible, so... I don't have high hopes, but we might be able to get this first fight out. Let's see. The Thunderbolt is super effective, so if we have better speed, nope. That is a... Hold on. Maybe. Maybe. Fuck. Nope. See you later, Kingdra. Shit, dude. So the best run I've seen on this so far, Burton had a Politoad that he got to, like, I think he got through like 3 of the gems, maybe 4 of the gems before it died. Oh, Meganium, okay. And he's gonna get a Snorlax. Oh my god, what are these starters? Holy shit. Oh my god, its attack is so booty! Of course. And its attacks aren't great either. Well, it might be good enough to get me out of the lab, so... Let's see. Hang on. I don't know. This is gonna be interesting. Oh my god. I'm dead. Jesus Christ. So again, other rules, I can't use any moves. I'm not allowed to use any moves that heal me. And I'm not allowed to heal outside of combat. It wants us to take Middle Ball, which is a Curlia. Oh, there's Politoad, that's Burton's goat. And then Poliwag. So I'm not super... I stopped playing Pokemon after Gen 2, so anything past Gen 2 I'm not, like, super familiar with. Oh my god. Alright, I think we're just gonna go ahead and restart this before it even begins. Those stats are awful, and those attacks are awful. You know what? Fuck it. We'll give it a go, bro. We'll stab. We'll take a stab. We're gonna get fucked, but let's try it. Get pounded over and over again? Oh, yeah. When do you do most of your runs before today? Last night, really. I was sitting around with Burton for a few hours after we got this set up, and I was just running through them over and over again. Most of them end like this. Like, I would say probably at least 70% of my attempts have ended before they even began. Before I even got out of the lab. Perfect example. I mean, I've done, what, 6 attempts already since I've started tonight? And I haven't gotten outside of the lab for a single one of them. Alright, Middle Ball. Come on, let's see. Bennett. Oh, I'm fucked, okay? Well... I mean, his... Wow. Okay. His base stats aren't bad. His moveset isn't terrible. I don't know. I'm not super hopeful, but we'll see. I'm not allowed to have, like, items on the Pokemon that they can use passively, so I have to remove those. Oh, never mind. 2 of my 3 attacks can't even hit, so we're probably fucked, but let's try this. Let's... I'm dead. Rip. Oh, God. Yeah. Rest in peace, Bennett. My luck is so terrible with most of these that, like, the stats I get... Oh, the game definitely hates me. So last night, I wish I was recording it. I had... I think I had a Skarmory, and I was fighting... My rival had a Mew that I was fighting, and I almost had it dead. I needed, like, 1 more attack, and I was like, oh, I'm fine. I think I'm gonna beat it and get out of the lab, unless it uses something stupid like self-destruct. And, like, before the words even finished leaving my mouth, it used Explosion, which is the equivalent of self-destruct, and fucking killed me in 1 hit. So the game definitely hates me. There's no question there. Okay, we get to start with a Sceptile. That's not the worst. Its special attack is kind of doo-doo, but its attacks are not bad, and the rest of its stats aren't terrible either. We might have a shot here. We might have a shot here, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. So what does Mind Reader do? Allows the next move used by the user to never miss, even against Bounce, Dig, Dive, and Fly. Nightshade. Exact damage equal to the user's level. It's kind of shit. Aurora Beam and Double Edge. The user receives recoil damage equal to 1/3 of the damage dealt. We're gonna go... Let's try Double Edge first, I guess. Oh, wow. That thing almost killed itself. Alright, well, we're out of lab! Let's go! It wants to learn Arm Thrust. A quick flurry of straight arm punches that hit 2 to 5 times. Let's do that instead of Nightshade. And I'm already level 8. Let's fucking go! Alright, we're out of lab, baby. Alright, so all the Pokemon in the grass are randomized too. So... you can hunt around and try to find one you like better, but you're only allowed to have one with you at a time. So if I catch one here, I have to go to the next Pokemon Center I can get to and switch it out before I continue doing anything else. And right here in this screen, if I push right bumper, you can see these are there's 2 Pokemon available in the grass in this area, and I've found both of them. So we've got a Laren and a Whiscash that I could get. I'm not super pumped on either of those options, so we'll just continue on with what we've got. I'm not allowed to kill any wild Pokemon. I can only fight trainers. If I KO a wild Pokemon, it ends the run. I can do damage to them to help catch them if I really want to, but... I have had some runs ended by wild Pokemon encounters. If they KO themselves, that's fine. You're allowed to continue if they use self-destruct and you survive, then you're allowed to keep going. If they KO themselves, then, you know... not much you can do about that. So then there's more grass over here we can check. I usually make a habit of going and checking over here, at least to see a few of the options, to see if I can find something I might want more before I continue on. And then if you click here on the percentages, it shows you the percentage. Now, obviously, it's not Rattata, Mankey, and Spearow, but like 2 of the 3 that appear here have a 45% chance, and then one of them has a 10% chance to show up. So the Lanoon is one of the 45%. So we're probably going to see him a lot. I like to try and get... ooh! Snorlax. If his moveset is good, that could be a really good one to pivot into. So I'm going to try and see what his moves are. Torment prevents the target from choosing to use the same move twice in a row. It's not great, but I don't really want to hit him with any of this because I don't want to KO him on accident. Alright, so we're just going to run. So Snorlax isn't a bad option. And we can find him up to level 8 in this area, so if we find a level 8 one, that would be pretty swell. Normally Snorlax's defense is pretty high too, so, ooh, and a Shelder. Shelder could be really good, because this is what he can evolve into. If we can evolve the shelter, he can evolve into this stuff, and those are generally all pretty great options. But I kind of want to see what that Snorlax has. Politoed goated. Alright, let's see if we can see some more Snorlax's attacks. Don't torment me, bro. Crush Claw. Okay, his attacks are not great, but I think my Sceptile's attacks are kind of better. We gotta go get the shoulder! Holy fuck! We just got a Water Stone, which, if we can catch that Shelter at a level 8, we can use that Water Stone to automatically evolve it. We just gotta find the Shelter at level 8. That's the rub here. And I think the Shelter's the 10%er, so we might have to run around in this grass for a little bit. Which is, which might be a little lame, but a fucking Water Stone right there with a Shelter right here. And this will be the true test on if the game actually hates me, because if I evolve the Shelter and it turns into one of its, like, shitty evolutions... Oh, there's a level 8. So look, it also has, like, all these. So, like, knowing my luck, I'm gonna get, like, this fucking, like, this stuff. A Manatine or some shit. Alright, let's try to catch this bad boy. Let's try to weaken him a little bit. Oh god. Okay, good. Alright. Let's see if we can catch him. Nice! Alright. No. So now, I think we can just use... If my understanding of these are correct, we can use the Water Stone on him to automatically evolve him now. I don't think he has to be a certain level or anything. If you catch a new Pokemon in the grass, then he doesn't have any water attacks, which kind of sucks, but if you catch one in the grass, you have to pivot to it. So if we use it, let's see what we get. Oh, we got the Glick, as Burton likes to call him, the Glock. The Octillery. He's not terrible. He's not a bad option, and his moves aren't awful either, so I'm not too upset with this swap. Could have gotten better, but we also could have gotten a lot worse. Alright, so we're going to check a few of the options out here. Honestly, I think I might just stay with the Octillery. I don't think I'm going to want to pivot. When does he learns another move in 3 levels. Snubble. Yeah, none of these are options. None of these are very good options anyway. And I think the Octillery... I can't remember if he evolves or not as well. Nope. Okay. So he's not the best option, but... Turn over, can you go... No, if the one I have on me physically is knocked out, I'm done. I can't go back and get another one. It would have been really good. Oh. Oh. If the Octillery had a water move, it would have been perfect. Do I risk going for a level 8 Aggron? No. We're gonna commit, bro. We're just gonna commit to the artillery. Fuck it. Let's go. We're committing. Pseudo Widow. King's Rock. Dust Stocks. What the fuck that is. That's not one I'm familiar with. I'm not allowed to run from trainer battles, so any trainer battle I get into, I have to see through to the end. And when I get to a gym, as soon as I set foot in the gym, I have to fight all the way through it without leaving. He's got a Tangela. Let's go with Slam. Come on, oh fuck. And I missed. Well, I'm dead. That was short-lived. Well, the artillery was short-lived. Fuck. His speed wasn't that great, was the problem. Man, it's not very often you get a stone for, like, a specific... that was so lucky. Alright, we get Jigglypuff. He's gonna have an Ammonite and a Machop. Wow. These moves aren't fantastic, but... And that defense is asshole. But that's how quickly a run can end. You know, you just... You get unlucky one time and you're fucked! Okay, so Needle Arm is very effective against this guy, so... We might actually have a shot at making a Jigglypuff run happen here. Get fucked, Ammonite, you little shit. Oh my goodness, Jigglypuff's just leveling up. Alright, we're out of lab with Jigglypuff. Go through the door, thank you. Oh! Espeon, huh? What do you got, Espeon? Silverwind, not terrible. Water Gun, also, I mean, not the best, but not the worst. Alright, let's go heal up, see if... Espeon's a good option to go to as long as its moves aren't total ass. Its moves aren't the best right now, but there's still potential. It's still got 2 more moves to... Ooh, Starmie. Oh, Starmie. And that's a level 8, too. Damn it. I don't have any Pokeballs right now. I gotta go up here and then come back down to get the Pokeballs. Alright, let's see some more of your moves. Extreme Speed. I think I kind of want to go with the Starmie over the Espeon. I don't know. Extreme Speed's not bad. I should probably see what the Starmie has before I make my choice. Oh my god! Can I go more than one step without getting harassed? My Jigglypuff's speed is pretty good. Out of battle is okay. No, it's the other way around. I'm not allowed to heal out of battle, but I'm also not allowed to heal... I'm not allowed to use healing attacks. Like, I can't use Leech Seed or Giga Drain or shit like that. So I can't use healing attacks, but I can heal with items. But then I can't heal at all outside of battle. I don't know! The Espeon's not... Extreme Speed's also not terrible. I kind of want to see what the Starmie has... See if it's better. Both of those options are pretty good. The Espeon doesn't seem to have great speed because it never attacks first. But also my Jigglypuff's speed is a little higher than average for a start, so... I'm trying to see if I can find the Espeon at level 8, I'll just go ahead and take it. I can't even find a Starmie again. The Starmie's just gone. Jesus Christ. Where'd the Starmie go, bro? If I see a level 8 Espeon, I'll take it. If I see a level 8 of either Espeon or Starmie, I'll take either one. But alright, let's see what the Starmie has. Swagger? Ugh. Swagger's not great. I mean, it can confuse them, but it also raises the enemy's attack, which is stupid. Fire Punch? And, okay. Fire Punch and Signal Beam and Swagger. You're making my decision very hard now. Oh my god, please. Please let me get out. I don't know. I still kind of think the Espeon has better overall. I don't know. It's hard to tell. It's really hard to decide. Fire Punch is okay. I honestly think the Espeon is the better option overall, but I want to get it at, I want to see if I can find it at level 8.